Yo guys, just want to give Rust Money a huge shout out for sponsoring this video. I've heard a lot of great things about them, so I'm super happy they gave me the opportunity to work with them. There's a bunch of different games that give you a chance to win. Just use the code KCmo and claim a free 400 credits. So a lot of people were asking me how to build the trap base in my last video. It's a pretty simple one, but effective. So today I'm going to show you guys how I built mine and a few different variations, or you guys can come up with your own versions. Real quick before I start the video, I'm giving away 2 copies of Rust in my next Fortnite video.
The Casey, I hate Fortnite.
Then skip it, bitch! Ain't no one forcing you to watch my shit. I'll be posting another Rust vid shortly after that one, so don't get your motherfucking panties in a bundle. So the trap is pretty basic. If you guys missed my last video, this is kind of how it works. All you have to do is call them over to your window. Once you notice they're stepping on that specific square, you shoot out the twig pillar, causing that square to collapse. Here we go. Okay. So this is the trap. This is the basic trap mechanic that I used in my previous video that you guys already saw. It's pretty simple. All you need to do is get them to stand on this square. This doesn't need to be metal. I just made it metal so you can see. And then from another side, all you have to do is just shoot this out, and that part collapses. It's a basic stability trap. Okay, so there's a few different ways that you can do this. This is just one option. I'm not going to show you guys too many options, because if I show you guys all the options, then the trap will be more familiar to more people, making it less effective. So I'm going to show this other style here that Twisted came up with, but this is his version. You can actually make a whole 1x4 collapse, and maybe even more. And the way this works is all you have to do is just shoot this out, and the whole entire thing collapses. There's a few different ways you can do it, and just to kind of give you an idea, you can make them kind of jump into a little area like this, or just have some sort of lure in here, or you could put a backwards wall here, make them hatchet that down, a few furnaces so it looks legit, and then once you shoot that down, the whole thing collapses. All you need to do is build around this, and when I say around it, I don't mean like this, because all the foundations will be connected, and that'll increase the stability. You can use double walling or a few different options. I'll show you guys how to do that in just one sec. All right, so first I'm gonna show you guys how to build the version that I did, the bridge trap. So first you need to find a spot. I picked this spot right here, where it kind of goes up on all different sides, on all around the foundation. I'll show you why here. Now I'm building foundations because it's not going to affect the stability of the wall I placed right here, okay? So this is the first step. And then go ahead and stone both of these sides up first. I have the water turned off here just so you guys can see, but with the water on, this is what it looks like. So this is how you kind of test it. You want to make sure on both sides you can't jump up, or you're not standing on ground. All right, it looks like both sides are fine. I can't stand on either side. So now I can decide if I want to stone up this side or if I want to stone up this side. But before you stone that side up, you want to make sure you place a wall here and stone that. And then you can stone that foundation, and now you can place that. And then that's what you want. You want it to break right there, but you need to place that pillar for the stability. Okay. Now you need to choose if you want to destroy it from this side or this side. It doesn't really matter. We're just going to place it on this side. Okay. And now, as you guys have already seen, bam, easy. Okay, so you can stone all of this up, and this is the basic trap right here. You can build whatever you want on top of this and just make it unique, make it your own, make it different enough for my design. That way people won't recognize it when they come on your trap bridge. Sometimes finding the right terrain to build this sort of base is a bit hard, so I'm going to show you guys a different version using a wall stacking method. That way you're not restricted to building a certain terrain type. So if you build 9 squares out that far, just hatch all these ones out in the middle, build only triangles back, and then the last one is a square. So just to show you guys what this looks like, if you're inexperienced in this, stone that up. You don't need any of this now. And I would get rid of this as fast as possible, otherwise people will see what you're doing. And then you can just build around this. And I can't put a square right here that connects to these ones, so all you do is just build triangles. Okay, and notice how there's a little gap right here. This foundation is not connected to any of the foundations around it, and that's the point. So I can actually place 2 walls right there. They're really close, but they're not connected, and that's why this trap works. And see what this would look like from the outside. It just looks like a regular 3x3. Doesn't look like anything unusual because that disconnected square is in the middle right there. Now all you need to do is make sure your wall is connected to that metal square, and you can build literally whatever you want that's connected to this twig. Whatever you want, just build off of this. The way I had that one over there was just like that, just extremely basic. Once you hear him hatcheting this down, then that's your cue to shoot this out. That's what it would look like on the inside. You can shoot this out, the whole ceiling collapses, and then they get stuck in an area like this. This is a pretty basic concept. If you guys want to see like a much more thought out concept, check out Twisted's video. It'll be in the description. It'll be a much better version than this one. So I always build my traps first before I like to show them off. And just like any of my bases, my traps evolve over time. So with that first version of the trap, I noticed a lot of things that I could change, things that I wish that I would have built and implemented in the base. So this is just that next step, a much better version to combat a lot of the problems that I ran into. And I'm not saying to build this base exactly. Basically what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna kind of walk you around the base, tell you why I put certain things in certain spots. And hopefully this will inspire you to kind of come up with your own design and give you ideas to come up with your own version of this. Take a look. All right, so this is my new and improved version of the base you guys already saw in action on Rusty Moose. I made a few minor changes, but in my opinion, it makes a huge difference. Those aren't supposed to be there. Just to start, I guess the biggest thing was we didn't have any way to defend this spot right here. So once we trap someone right here, it's easy for people to pass the loot up if there was multiple people. Happened to us one time. So to fix that problem, we have this now. And this actually makes it a lot easier now too, because now we don't have to run around the whole entire base. We can have easy access straight to the action point right there. Also, if you open the doors like this, then if you do happen to die right there, then you can't get in. So you can also add an auto turret right here, and instead of having to physically shoot them, you can have the auto turret do all the work for you, and if anyone's standing right here, then it would kill them. I could have added another door right here. It's just another way to shoot right here, but I didn't add it just because I didn't want people to be too intimidated. If there's too many windows and doors facing this direction, then in my opinion, it'll scare people away, and you want this to look as inviting as possible. So another thing, if you guys didn't know, once people find out that it's one of my trap bases, I get called out. A lot of people come over at that point to, you know, check out the base and say my name or whatever. It makes it kind of hard when people already know that my base is a trap base. So basically what I did is I made a decoy trap, a obvious trap, which is this right here. So the way it works is once you go in here, you just shoot this out, and now you can't go back out. That's how it works. You can't go back out. So you also can't go through here either because of the open door. This trap was designed by Moskwa. I'll leave the actual trap design that he came up with in the description below if you guys want to check that out. But this was just a decoy trap. So people would see this and be like, oh, okay, well, this is the trap. So, you know, we already know the trap, so there's no real danger. And then I'd call them over to the window here, and then this is where the real trap is. And then all I need to do is just shoot that out, and bam, they get trapped right here. So that's kind of how it was working for me. And that's probably something I'll start doing now, I think. And it's kind of a new idea I had, because once your trap base is discovered, sometimes people will say like, oh, there's a trap base over there, be careful. So if you have like an obvious trap where people can see it right off the bat, they'll think that that's the trap. And then, you know, you kind of have your actual trap a little bit more hidden in a less obvious way. All right, so let's take a look around on the inside here. I got the shotgun turret right here. If you guys have the BP, it's a good spot to put one just right there, just so if someone does try and go deep, they can't. So I have the double doors right here, pointing outwards right here, so it's easy to shoot if you do need to defend on this side. And I actually deliberately place the entrance right here a little bit further back. That way it gives me a little cover when I'm running around the corner if I do need to fight around the corner. Easy to go in and out. You could put an extra door right here if you wanted to. I just wanted to kind of limit my doors just so it flows a little bit better, easier to move around. Okay, going back inside here. This is where the shot front is, one of the lures to lure people over to the base. And you know, what I actually found is that I got a lot more people to come look through my window just by talking to them. A lot of people will come up to the window and they'll, you know, maybe kind of look around, see what's going on the inside of your base. And at that point, once they step on this square right here, you know, just have to shoot that out and easy trap, right? And then we got a couple boxes right here. You could probably fit more in here, but I just wanted to be able to go in here without having to crouch or, you know, hopscotch over anything. Got your tool bench and extra box and repair bench right there. TC can go right here. Little loot room if you need some extra loot. Keep in mind though, you guys, you don't want to keep very much loot in here because, for example, my base, when I built this on Rusty Moose, it was rated 4 times. So after every come up you get with the trap, take it to your main base or your side base or whatever you have. Don't leave it in here because it 100% will get raided. Okay, and then this just leads out to the other side where I was showing you where you can defend from. If you have a shotgun, if you have the shotgun BP, this is probably the best place to put it. So if you can only afford one, I would recommend putting it right here, just because if they do happen to kill you somehow, you die right here, and they're trying to jump up right here, which is doable. You can do this. See, and once they get to this point, they'll die. You can even turn it a little bit, maybe more towards this way. And notice I have garage doors here. You don't really need them here, but it is nice, you know, when you log out, you can kind of close up shop here. I added them right here as well. If for some reason in an emergency, if you get someone stuck down there and they're trying to come up or something, and your shotgun turret is out of ammo and you don't have anything to kill these guys with, and you can close that area off like that. Not really necessary, you don't need it, but it is an option. And then going upstairs here, this is what this looks like. I would recommend, if you have the shotgun, or if you have the garage door BP, to put one right here. This is just kind of like an airlock. I know that's open. I'll show you. You actually can't get through right here. It's a little bit weird, but with the double door, the double door frame, if you go out of render distance of the base and come back, or if you log out and come back, this wall right here actually disappears. You can shoot through it. You can actually shoot through. But if you have a gun, for example, here, I'll just show you from this side. But if I try to throw a gun down there or something, it still acts as a wall. So it's nothing to worry about. You can shoot out and do whatever you need to. But if you don't like that, it's no problem. Just use a single door frame like that, and then you shouldn't run into that issue. So this is the roof here. I didn't have roof access in my last one, which was a mistake. It would have helped me a lot in a lot of situations, but I always recommend having roof access. So this just kind of gives us easy roof access without having to have the ladder hatch BP, which is a bit rare. And then going up in the second area, the middle part right here, this is the trap area here. And then if you do happen to catch them, you can look at them and talk to them and laugh at them right here. Just close that door if you need to. And then here I just have a couple extra little loot spots. And again, not too much loot. We don't want to keep too much loot in this base. Shotgun turret right there. And then if you want to, you could put a garage door right there. One last important thing I want to let you guys know about. If you guys don't know who Twisted is, he's an extremely talented Rust builder. He's a bit exclusive though. Not a lot of people know about him unless you've been around for a long time. But he builds a lot of solo bases. He builds traps, mainly just for fun. I'll link his version of the stability trap in the description. Make sure you guys go subscribe to Twisted. Everyone go comment on his videos saying, KCmo raid! But I left a secret Rust key in his comments. May the best man win.